Construct a box plot of the data from example 1. Let's recall the 5-number summary from example 1. In order to construct a box plot, we need to determine outliers. We determine outliers by computing the lower fence and the upper fence. Any data value below the lower fence is an outlier, and any data value above the upper fence is an outlier. First, let's find the lower fence. The lower fence is Q1 minus 1.5 times the IQR. Remember that the IQR is Q3 minus Q1, and the IQR is 2.4. Now let's substitute Q1 and the IQR into the formula. And the lower fence is 8.4%. Now let's compute the upper fence. The upper fence is Q3 plus 1.5 times the IQR. Now let's substitute the values for Q3 and the IQR. And we get 18.0%. So any data value that is less than 8.4% or any data value that is greater than 18.0% is considered an outlier. Now let's check the raw data for outliers. Let's check for data values that are less than 8.4%. Here we have 6.5%, and this is less than 8.4%, so 6.5% is an outlier. Now let's check for data values that are greater than 18%. There are none, so 6.5% is the only outlier. 6.5 is an outlier, so we will remove it from the data set. So we need to find the new minimum. The new minimum after 6.5 is excluded from the data is 9.9%. So now we have a new 5-number summary. Now we draw a number line long enough to contain all of the data values, including the outliers. We will place a line above the values of the new 5-number summary. First we have 9.9, then 12, then 13.6, 14.4, and 14.5. From the new minimum to Q1 we draw a line. Between Q1 and Q3 we draw a box. And then we draw Q2 to extend all the way across the box. Now we draw a line connecting Q3 and the max. Now we plot the outlier, which was 6.5%. And this is the box plot. Type in your data, then go to Graph, Box Plot, select the rate column, and then let's look at these two options here. The first one is use fences to identify outliers. You want to check this one if you're being asked to identify outliers, and draw boxes horizontally. Now press compute, and you get the following box plot. So notice that here we have the outlier, which is 6.5. And here we have the lower limit, which is the min, Q1, which is 12, the median, which is 13.6, Q3, which is 14.4, and the upper limit, that is 14.5.